Hi, this is a video to help support you with cancelling and simplifying fractions, and we're going to look at how to cancel a fraction down to its lowest terms and to also write as a fraction in its simplest form afterwards. So here we're going to look at the fraction 24 over 30. So it's really important when we're thinking about cancelling terms that you think about what goes into the top and the bottom of our fraction. So what factor goes into 24 and what factor also goes into 30. Okay, now we want the same number to be able to divide into the numerator and the denominator. Now the most common thing that people do is if the numerator and the denominator are both even, a lot of people will half it because it's the quickest way of doing it. And that's fine. So I'm going to do that here. So I can divide both the top and bottom by 2. And so that will become 12 over 15. And then a lot of people think, well, I can't have 15. So that must be the fraction cancelled. Now it's really important that you don't just half when you're cancelling. You need to think about all numbers that can be divided into 12, and if any of them have a number in common with 15 that could be divided into 15, then actually we can cancel it again. So I'm going to start with 12. I'm just going to start with, and I count up normally when I do factors. So I'll start with 2, which we've already done, but 2 doesn't go into 15. So the next sensible number would be 3. Now I know 3 is a factor of 12. 3 times 4 make 12. So I know 3 then goes into 12. So the next thing is thinking, does 3 go into 15? And it does. So that's what I'm going to do to this fraction now. I'm going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3. So now I'll have 12 divided by 3, which is 4, and 15 divided by 3, which is 5. Okay, now again, we can't cancel it. We can't half 5, but I'm just going to double check there isn't anything else. So if you think about 4, I can divide 4 by 2, but I can't divide 5 by 2. But I can also divide 4 by 4, but it doesn't go into 5. And then there's nothing else that goes into 4. So that's how I know I've finished cancelling my fraction. And this 4/5 is my lowest terms for the fraction 24 over 30. Okay, now you don't have to do it into 2 steps like I've done here, where I halved it first and then divided by 3. You can do it all in one go. And if you wish to just do it in one step, then the best way to do this isn't just to think of any number that goes into 24 and 30, but to think of the largest number that goes into 24 and 30. So by looking at both of these, I know its highest common factor is 6. So I'm going to divide the numerator by 6 and the denominator by 6. And I'll get 24 divided by 6, which is 4, and 30 divided by 6, which is 5. And you'll notice that it's the same answer as the first method I've shown, just it took me only 1 step rather than 2 steps. So both methods are fine. If you are going to go down the halving route, please check that no other numbers divide into the numerator and denominator before you finish. Okay. Now in example 4, it asks us to express 20 as a fraction of 100 and in its simplest form. So the first thing I'm going to do with this question is write it as a fraction first. So 20 over 100. And again, you can use that first method I'd shown you in example 3. You can half it because both numbers are even. So I'm going to half both of these and I'll get 10 over 50. And you can half it again to get 5 over 25. And then a lot of people might panic thinking I can't half it again, but actually I can divide both these by 5 to get 1/5, so 1/5. Now that's a lot of steps. It's taken me 3 steps to do that. So again, you can shorten that. And the quickest way, especially with a fraction like this, is the fact that they both end in 0 is really useful. So whenever I see a fraction that ends in a 0, I know I can cancel a 0 from the top and a 0 from the bottom, because I know 10 will automatically divide into both the numerator and the denominator, and that makes our fraction a lot easier. We've now gone to 2/10, and then I know both of that can be halved to get to 1/5 again. Okay. Now, if you want to do it even quicker, then just like before, think about the highest common factor. So the largest number that goes into 20 and 100, and that's 20, and divide the numerator and the denominator by 20, and you'll get 1/5 again. So you notice no matter what method that you're using, each one is giving you the same answer each time. Okay, so I hope this video helps. Try the knowledge organizer and do your best. Thank you.